A rare evidence of the Kalpa, the world cycle time being 5,000 years, is mentioned in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. These two similar verses, their meaning is: after the end of the curse, the Dharma in the Satya Yuga, meaning the true golden age, became complete in all respects. 16 Kala or 16 celestial degrees full. In the Treta Yuga, he has 3 foot. In the Dwapara, only 2. And in the age of Kali, he is left with 1 foot, with just 1 out of 16 Kalas. In the Kaleh Ante, meaning the end of the Iron Age, Dharma completely disappears. Same is the summary of these Gita verses as well as these Manusmriti verses, which state: in the Krita Yuga, Dharma is 4/4 full and 16 parts all true. There is no trace of adharma, meaning falsehood, and in the other 3 ages, Dharma diminishes by 1/4 each. This verse mentions that Dharma gives constant, immense spiritual happiness, and Adharma inflicts pain and sorrow to the embodied soul. The reason is well mentioned in this verse. When one among all sense organs slips away from the control of the self, the soul, then prajna, like udaka, slips away or falls down or drops with fatigue by 1/4. The word buddhi is also formed of the consonant ba with uda or udaka plus dhi, meaning holding on to the waters of wisdom. The English word water also has its origin from Sanskrit ud. Thus, by the end of the Kali, the Iron Age, the self, the soul, becomes slave to the pleasures of all sense organs in the body, and this is called adharma or the curse. And again, in the Satya Yuga, the Atma, the self, the soul, becomes liberated from such curse by imbibing Supreme's wisdom. The duration from Satya Yuga to Kali is well mentioned in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. However, its right meaning may be interpreted only after having understood this verse. These two connected verses indicate 5,000 year cycle time. The second is repeated in the Prakriti Khanda 2. Here is scholars' interpretation of these verses. Bhagirathi said, O lovable Lord, you are now proceeding to Goloka. What shall be the position of us rivers during the future age of Kali? The second verse, as interpreted by the scholars, is Sri Bhagwan said, O Ganga, you remain on earth for 5,000 years during Kali Yuga. Sins of the sinful are washed in your waters. The meaning of verse 50, interpreted by the scholars, contradicts the connected verse 49 as well as the verses on the previous slide, because Goloka is the perfect abode, the Satya Yuga. The 5,000 years denotes entire Kalpa from Satyuga, the Golden Age, to Kaleh Ante, the end of the Iron Age. Thus, interpreting this sentence as 5,000 years of Kali is incorrect. This point is additionally supported by the etymology of the words in these two verses. Kaleh or Kalau related to these vibhaktis are specific to Kaleh Ante, meaning the end of Kali, a time considered to be the peak of adharma, time of separation or transformation or the Passover. These Gita verses mention Devaloka or Amaraloka or Swarga is same as Goloka here. Arjuna, full of vices, in the worst age of Kali, becomes Indriyajit Indra, Purusha Rishabha, meaning the excellent one who conquers his sense organs by obeying the wisdom of the I, the leader, Bhagavan. The word loka means to look, view, to see, perceive, know, to shine, to speak. In the Devaloka, also called Suraloka, everyone's perception is in Sur, meaning in one tune. And in Kali Yuga, the Asuraloka, meaning the imperfect abode of clashing opinions, every person has a divided opinion or viewpoint owing to the influence of lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego. Hence, at the peak of such unrighteous iron age, the world is to be destroyed, or the world opinions are to be destroyed by Arjuna in the guidance of the Supreme I. Arjuna conquers his sense organs, becomes righteous and capable to perform the task of destroying Kali, the unrighteous iron age, by the war of arrows or thunderbolt or the waters of Supreme Sun's rays, the similes of wisdom, and establish Devaloka, the heaven, the Goloka of the divine saint or cow-like souls who pass on to the Sakala Shodashakala, meaning 16 celestial degrees, golden age, the perfect abode full in dharma. Etymology of the word bhutale, where bhu means to be or to exist. Tala from root sr suggests when the population spreads, expands, scatters, diffuses in all directions, all over the 7 continents of the earth, and all are figuratively killing each other with their divided clashing opinions, is the worst class of lowness, inferiority, bottom of the degradation, chasm, peak of unrighteous hell. The time for Shiva, meaning the ever right Supreme Spirit, to come and please and gratify Arjuna to resurrect him, for he is the cause, the origin, the motive, the root, or the seed of the world transforming events, praised as Adam or Adam in the Abrahamic scriptures. The right meaning of the verse 50, in accordance to the etymology of all these words, is Sri Bhagavan said, when 5,000 years from the perfect abode Goloka to the future imperfect abode Kaleh pass, at that Kaleh Ante, the end of the Iron Age, the Bhutala, filled with the sinful population that has expanded, spread all over the earth, indulging in the sinful acts, owing to the influence of the vices of the worst age, Kali, will deposit their sins by bathing in your waters of wisdom, and, liberated from sins, shall be transformed or resurrected, cow-like virtuous, eligible to depart to the Goloka, the golden age, heaven, the Devaloka. The Gita, as well as all world religious scriptures, mention the same. Thus, the Brahma Vaivarta Purana has one rare proof of the world cycle time, the duration of the kalpa being 5,000 years.